Dear students, now we are going to talk about the thrombolytic agents. So what are the thrombolytic agents? These are also called fibrinolytics, and these are the agents which lyse thrombi by catalyzing the formation of the endogenous fibrinolytic agent plasmin, and plasmin is a serine protease from its precursor plasminogen. That means from plasminogen we get plasmin, and this plasmin actually break down the fibrin clot. Suppose this is a fibrin clot, and we break down this fibrin clot by this agent plasmin. Okay, now let's see the drugs which are used as thrombolytics. First of all, tissue plasminogen activator. These drugs activate the tissue plasminogen and thereby converts it into plasmin, from plasminogen into plasmin. So in this group you can find alteplase, reteplase, tenecteplase, etc. Then we can see streptokinase. These drugs do not directly activate the plasminogen. They first bind with them and then get a conformational change, and after that they work. So streptokinase comes from bacteria, streptococci, and another drug is urokinase, which comes from human urine. Okay, hence the name is urokinase. Now let's see their mechanism of action. It's very simple. It says that plasminogen is converted into plasmin by tissue plasminogen activator, and this plasmin acts as the fibrinolytic agent, okay, which actually breaks down the fibrin clot. Alteplase acts on fibrin bound plasminogen. Okay, there are two types of plasminogen. One is bound to fibrin, another is free. So alteplase acts on the fibrin bound plasminogen and activates it, and streptokinase acts on both free and bound plasminogen. Okay. Let's see their indications. Very easy to remember. These drugs are used in short-term emergency management of coronary thrombosis in myocardial infarction, okay, deep vein thrombosis, pulmonary embolism, ischemic stroke. So let's see a few points about streptokinase. Streptokinase, this acts on both bound and free plasminogen, as we have mentioned earlier. So this is not clot specific. Okay, so depleting circulating plasminogen and factor 5 and 8, and it is very much antigenic. You have to remember this, that streptokinase is the most antigenic. Okay, so foreign protein derived from beta hemolytic streptococci may cause a problem if recent past use or infection. Streptococcus antibodies may decrease its activity. Okay, if you have used streptokinase in a patient, there is formation of antibody. There is formation of antibodies, okay, against streptokinase. Suppose streptokinase antibodies are present in the blood of a patient, and then if you give streptokinase again, then these antibodies will destroy this drug and its efficacy will be hampered, its efficacy will be reduced. Okay, or if there is streptococcal infection, there will be streptococcal antibody, and that will also lead to diminished activity of streptokinase. A few words about alteplase. Alteplase is the tissue plasminogen activator. So this is clot specific, acting mainly on fibrin bound plasminogen, and this is a natural activator, so no allergy problems. This drug has no allergy problem, and this is a very expensive drug in comparison to streptokinase. Okay, so if a very poor patient comes, then we may consider streptokinase rather than alteplase. So let's see a few points about these things. The thrombolytics are effective if administered early. Okay, more than 60% decrease in mortality post-MI if used within 3 hours. Aspirin and beta blockers, nitrates further decrease mortality, and adenosine decrease infarct size. Let's see their adverse effects. The most prominent adverse effect is bleeding, possibly intracerebral hemorrhage, and streptokinase may cause hypersensitivity reactions and hypotension, even anaphylactic shock. How to reverse this? Antifibrinolysin, aminocaproic acid, and tranexamic acids. These are possible antidotes in excessive bleeding. So that's all about the fibrinolytic drugs.